I woke up this morning to see that one of my all-time favorite athletes was taking shots at another one of my all-time favorite athletes in a lengthy Instagram post. Now, what happened, you can go online and look at the backstory. I'm just going to kind of be brief because I want your opinion. So Shannon Sharpe was talking on Nightcap last night with Ocho Cinco and Gilbert Arenas and said that Shaq was a little bit envious of Nikola Jokic because Jokic has won 3 of the last 4 MVPs and he only won 1, and he was that much more dominant. I think it was very complimentary outside of the envious word. I think he could have used another word, but whatever. He then went on to say that he thinks that Shaq is never really considered to be in the GOAT. Shaq is never really in the GOAT conversation. He's just in the all-time great big man category. And he said that if Shaq worked harder and he had Shannon Sharpe's work ethic, he would have scored over 40,000 points. And I think that's where things went left and Shaq was triggered. Now, this is something Kobe Bryant talked about a lot and something that frustrated him. He saw all the talent that Shaq had and knew how dominant he could be. He said if Shaq was in shape, they could have probably won 7 to 8 rings together. And I agree. We've never seen anything as dominant as Shaquille O'Neal. People talk about Wilt. I understand. We saw Shaq. I've never seen a 7'1", 320-pound guy run and jump the way he did. And I don't think we'll ever see that again. He was incredible. You know, it's incredible. You know, what Shannon Sharpe said, it had to strike, you know, it had to hurt. You know, hit over holler, as the old folks like to say, right? It's hard to say that somebody with over 28,000 points, 13,000 rebounds, and over 2,700 blocks, you know, wasn't serious, you know, didn't take it as serious as he should have. Well, you know, Shaq, you know, he'd be the first to tell you. He didn't eat right. He didn't sleep right. He didn't do the things that he needed to do. You know, you looking back at how dominant Shaq was, you think about that 99-2000 Shaq, how incredibly dominant he was. That Laker team couldn't be touched. Despite a little bit of adversity in the playoffs, we knew they would ultimately win the championship. And you think about if Shaq kept that dominance throughout his whole career and took care of his body the right way, how much better he and Kobe could have been. How many more points he could have scored. You know, mind you, he missed over 200 games in his career. Some to, you know, the hand injury in Orlando. You know, he also got hurt in LA. You know, the whole comment about get hurt on company time, you heal on company time. So just imagine if he shifted the mindset a little bit. Again, one of the greatest we've ever seen. But how much further up the all-time greatness ladder would he be if he took it a little bit more serious? If he was a little bit, let's say, maniacal like Kobe was, put $1 million a year into his body like LeBron, worked out religiously like Shannon did. How much more could we have, you know, how much better could Shaq have been? Do you think he would have scored close to 40,000 points? How many more rings could he have won? It's a question I'd like to know. In the comments, get in, jump, ask me, let me know. I don't think Shannon said anything wrong. I think Shaq's just a little bit sensitive. No disrespect, Shaq. But it is what it is. Let me know in the comments what you think about those, about the comments Shannon made about Shaq and, you know, if Shaq could have been that much more dominant if he took care of his health a little bit more.